I think we are just about wrapped up on this game. Should be getting the platinum. I noticed that the money counter achievement doesn't seem to trigger. Same with the parcels until you save the game. So or exit the game, I think. But yeah, I think we're pretty well cleaned up. I'm gonna give us another couple days because I have a few more machines I want to upgrade just to get them a little faster. Or maybe hopefully another day. Once I drain some of this train stuff that we're holding up, we'll probably be fine. But yeah, this was pretty cool. This was a good game. So if you followed along, this is really cool. We'll do a walkthrough here in a little bit. You can see here that we do have a little bit of backing up that's happening, but yeah, it may end up getting stuck. But it's just because we could probably add another couple shelves here. I just want to. I'm kind of lazy at this point because I've been through it all, so I don't really want to rework anything. But overall, pretty efficient. The only fails that I've noticed are things that I think are bugs. Like yesterday, in the game yesterday, I got a fail for weight class on something, and that would be impossible. Unless I just dropped something on the wrong belt, but I think if I did that, I would have. The only way that would have happened is if I dropped a deny on the accepted belt and let it go through. But I think it would have caught that I had the wrong sticker on it altogether because I had it set to deny. There would have been. There's no way that would have been combined, so. Yeah, I think I read in the patch notes that there's some bugs related to that, so probably just something to watch out for. Yeah, need more money. I mean, we're making money pretty well. You can only make so much money on the truck-only days. But we have our heavier days coming up soon. Oh, yep, that's gonna cause a standstill. Ooh, 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 ooh. What do we do? Ooh, ooh. I should probably go ahead and add one in, but I just really don't want to add anything, so I'm just gonna go the lazy route to clear up the standstill. Which is just take off a few boxes so it can move forward. Fine. The upside is, even though this side is completely stalled because of that, the way I built this is this other side can still go. So every box that comes in at this point will route to the right because this one's full. So you're not at a real standstill, you're just using half of your storage mechanisms instead of the whole storage mechanism, which is really nice, because basically if we get backed up, trying to get down to one of those two shelves, then those two shelves over there still get used until those are backed up. So as you can see, that actually cleared our issue. Cool. So would be easy to fix with just adding more storage, but didn't really feel like doing that just yet. So we boost our speed so much on some of the stuff. You can see we're even getting backed up here. There's just quite a few efficiencies I would do if I wanted to redo it. I still might, should the game ever come out with like an expansion or something. I'll pick it up again because this was really fun. I just don't really want to go through all the work again. My brain's a little toast on this one, but it was fun. Yeah. So I'm just gonna kind of keep getting through my upgrades I want to finish out. Then once that's done, which we're getting pretty close, then we'll do our walkthrough. should help quite a bit. We just upped the speed on the sorters on both sides so that we're not getting as much of a bottleneck right on that corner. That should help. We got a lot of train in today, though. Yeah. That's all train stuff, so I'm gonna go move a few more for now. Again, just out of pure laziness, I sold off all my extra stuff and don't really feel like buying more. So we'll get through it for today. We've got plenty of storage elsewhere, but yeah, lots of train stuff. Look at that. We're backed up all the way to here on this side. And this side does have 3 shelves worth of storage, so yeah, that's a lot. Plain stuff is about the same. This one could do with another storage shelf. But at this point, what I would do is just start adding shelves as I need to, because everything's designed where you can. So I would just start adding shelves to create more buffer space on the outbound to clear that bottleneck. Yeah. On this side, these bottlenecks, I think what would be best, honestly, going off of what I did over here, is instead of load balancing like that, where we're funneling everything into one system, I would split that into 2 systems. Honestly, I would add a 6th string of these machines, and the reason for that is just so we could send basically half the volume to 3 and half the volume to the other 3. Kind of like what I've done with the deny routes, so you can see that the deny routes feed off separate paths, so one goes that way and one goes that way. Our separators, or our sorters over here, do the same, so everything goes to these 4 or 3 outbound doors, or everything goes to those 3 outbound doors, depending on which side it's on. So if I did this over, I would move that whole sorting mechanism down, and then I would, instead of this middle right here, I would split it there and send like 3 machines to a sorting mechanism that goes that way, and 3 machines that way, or 3 sets of machines. And that would load balance it for me, instead of having to put it all on one path like I did. Because our slow part is, one, these bumps are pretty slow, but also the biggest thing here is, like, you can see how fast this got backed up. So, and that's actually because this side is also full for the train stuff. Damn. So, whoop. And that right there is how you create problems. Walk right in front of the launcher. So I'm just going to take these off the side, actually, and it'll cause like everything to move forward. There we go. Just clearing up enough space for us to finish sorting for the day. Hopefully. This side also needs more. So the nice thing is we made it through a lot of, like, several weeks without this happening. So the upgrades I've been doing to the machines have made a huge difference on how much we can process. So otherwise that wouldn't have happened. Or on how much we can get through in the day. For a no train day, though, we got sent a lot of train stuff. There we go. So those are clearing up. Everything's moving again. We just need to finish getting this stuff off that system. Denies, I think, are fully sorted. Red is... well, that was the last one over there. So, yep, red is empty. That's good. I think everything's done scanning, it looks like. Yep. It's just important to... I want to make sure it's all empty before I do anything else, because I've learned the hard way that if you don't, things get stuck in weird states when you go to bed. So, don't want to leave it hanging. Backed up again already. Wow. get it through. I think we're almost there. Yeah, we can see down there that there's starting to be much larger gaps. So, looks like we only have a couple boxes left. Yeah, this game is fun. I gotta say, you gotta check it out. It's gotta be probably my favorite of these games I've ever played. Like just of these kind of chill building games, this is definitely at the top of my list, I would say. Absolutely everything is going out train. We're gonna make a crap ton of money as soon as we're able to release all that stuff. Really made a dent. Everything was going out the train way. Everything wants to go to the train path. This one's still actually just trying to scoot forward. So, hopefully that's enough to get us through. This is the last box for the day. It's road. Lane. Yeah, we should be able to get through. I think we scooted it forward enough. Perfect. Alright, we're done sorting. So that's gonna go out. I don't think anything's gonna submit, honestly. So we're probably fine to just call it a day. 336 parcels sorted. Or sent. That's what we sent out. That's not what we sorted. So that's really good for a truck day. 336 parcels. Most of those are denials. So yeah, 240 denials. 96 approvals. Okay, today is truck and train, so we can actually come in here and instantly just go ahead and toggle that. We're going to send you through. I'll let it clear up and then I'll clean my mess. We're going to start off the processing. What's this? Doing this? These must be things that I knocked off by accident. Okay. And we can trigger this one as well, so that can start going. I wonder if I can speed that up. How much does that help? Is the question. Okay, fully upgraded loaders and unloaders. I'm gonna kind of stuff some of these boxes onto this side. Just to hopefully get it to start moving through. Yeah, it's actually unloading that first one faster than we can load it back up, so that'll be good. This side is actually already almost empty, so come down here and clean up our mess. Then we can get to upgrading. That'll be good for now, because we're making a little bit of money. We haven't even really started processing new stuff that much today. Oh, actually, we already have. Damn. I upgraded the speed of everything, and Look how much faster it's filling in. Used to, it would almost be the end of the day before you would start seeing boxes that far down. So that's a pretty good sign. That chain's fully upgraded. This one is almost there. We've got 2 more to upgrade. So just need to make the money to do it. And we've got that through. I don't know if we're gonna have enough space for the plane stuff on this side today, but we'll see. I love the throwers. That's got to be one of the coolest things. I tried to only use it for denials, though, because, like, let's be real. We probably don't want to throw our approvals. So, not that it actually matters in this game, but I was just kind of thinking of it that way. We can throw denials, but we can't throw approvals. Oops, no, it fell off the shelf. Mess is cleaned up. Perfect. Sorting is just flowing, yeah. It'll get a little faster once we finish our upgrades, but all pretty good. Almost there. Look at how quickly that door is emptying. It's pretty nice. This middle one could use a little bit better, but yeah. Other than the 2 machines, or the 1 machine, I think we're fully upgraded on this area. Looks like this. So we'll start upgrading. Once we get that machine upgraded, we'll do our sorter. I think we're organized all the way to, or we're upgraded all the way outbound. This isn't. This. And this one on the denials is just cushion. Doesn't really matter to have that shelf there, but I just wanted everything to have it so that it's symmetrical. Just in case, like in a real-world scenario, you would have it set up with a pause on every single one of these. Not that this is realistic, but you'd want to pause it everywhere you could. That way you can, you don't have to worry too much about, like, should something bad happen, you can just shut it down. That type of thing. Looks like we're backed up on the plane stuff on that side. We might end up having to do something similar, but we have plenty of space on this side for plane stuff, so we'll just probably move some stuff over. Just come over here. Oop. Oop. Just to kind of help us out with the sorting a little bit. Sweet, we have enough to upgrade this guy. So that's fully upgraded. Now let's get our sorting mechanisms going. Which is really just the path out that needs upgraded at this point. Oh, spend all our money. Okay, we'll do a tour. I think that's where we're at. So, of course, the entrance. We've got our 3 trucks, or 2 trucks on this side, feeding to 1 pipe. So everything inbound that's unsorted is on this purple. Goes down this way. Did a little bit of decorating, of course. That's what the paint is. Ignore the fact that that's both orange or both yellow. I can't quite tell the difference, but I didn't see a different color that was either orange or yellow to represent the other one. So anyway, so we feed those 2 doors up this way. The other 3 doors connect in, but you can see here that there's a little bit of a unique build here. What happens is the first 2 doors come in this way, hit this load balancer. This first path is dedicated just to those 2 doors, Actually, sorry, the first two paths are dedicated just to those two doors, so everything from those two doors will hit this load balancer and go that way, hit this load balancer and go that way, or if this is getting backed up, you saw here that that one skipped because this one was open, so it went to that third one. Then this door gets this path as a dedicated path, or it could do the same thing with that load balancer and go down to one of those three. And then those two doors come in and use only these two paths. So that's where, if we had a sixth path, we could do that a little bit more efficiently, where basically every door would have its own straight system, and then the sixth one would be like the catch-all. And we have enough space to do that here, I just didn't, so... yeah, so everything comes in that way. Just to load balance as much as possible. I didn't quite figure out the load balancer, I'll be honest. I think they just split it in two unless it can't. So like here, what will happen is the next one will just go on in some cases instead of going down the path on the left. It would be cool if you could create priority lanes. So if I could say that like only go right basically if, or only go straight if left is empty or is not empty. Or direct left, like that conveyor belt is not empty. That would be pretty cool if we could kind of prioritize, instead of it just being binary, it seems like. So, anyway, still pretty cool. So we come into our scanners. All these setups are fairly similar. So, left on this one is a straight denial, so it's our deny bypass. Right is approval, but you can see I mirrored it. So these share an approval. These share the denial, but they share it at the end. I'll explain that in a bit. These share the approval all the way down. These share a denial, and that approval's alone. So what happens is all the approvals go out the same way, but this set of denials and that denial at the end use the left door, and then this set, these two denials only go out that right door. So again, that's where if we had a sixth one, it would balance it a little bit better. And it would also let us split up like our four, or our three accepted lanes, and 3 accepted lanes to the other directions would be nice. Anyway, so yeah, other than that, you come in here and you get scanned, you go bloop, bloop, bloop all the way through. Approvals will come straight down. We're backed up a little ways. Looks like, oh, yeah. Sometimes I notice that the bridges just create problems. So that cleaned that up. We should be moving now. So you come out, the stamp. I did try to sort these by most common to least common. So we've got approved and denied, of course, first. Then you go check your cargo type, I think was the second most common. Then you check your country, then your weight, then your serial number, then your stamp. And then finally, you hit this contents inspection diverter. And if you need contents inspection, you go in here. The only reason we use that is to streamline the stuff that doesn't need scanned for contents inspection. I didn't want to make everything go down that path, since not everything needs scanned. So it should hopefully help with some of that. Did we bottleneck ourselves again? We did. It's weird. I'm gonna take the copy there. Okay. I think that's just a bug. Anyway, so from there, anything that's pre-approved gets routed over and out this way. So this is a contention spot that could be done better. So, like I said, if I was going to redo it, what I would do is leave the setup pretty much the way I have it. Maybe scoot this one over one block just so these aren't directly joined. And then I would route everything to my right, like this way. I would route to like one set of sorters, and I would route everything this way to a second set of sorters, and that would be way more efficient. And probably clear up most of these bottlenecks. The inbound also could be better if you had, like I said, 6 machines, and then you could prioritize like this goes to just the last machine, and you know, the opposite direction, and then maybe the middle would be the catch-all. So like those 2 doors would come in from the left, those 2 doors would come in from the right, that door would come in from the middle, ish middle, and then they would have one machine left over to spare. Or something you could do is give them direct paths, go directly into these, but I didn't want to do that, so it was just a fun learning experience. I mean, that's honestly it. So denies get marked and launched to their respective area to be pushed right by outbound. The sorting mechanism is one of my favorite things. So we do have a load balancer here. Again, if I split it into two, that would be more efficient. But instead, we're using a load balancer to send half our stuff down that way, half our stuff down that way. Also, if we scooted this over to the right, it would make these look better. I'm not a fan of how this one just completely does a U-turn. So yeah, I would probably load balance more like right in front of where I put the desk, if I were to redo it. But again, don't really want to at the moment. Desk area, we gave ourselves a nice little setup. The most expensive desk there is. Would be cool if you could hang the TV on the wall. That would be awesome. But gave ourselves like a little working station, not that we actually ever have to use it. That's it, honestly. That was pretty clean overall. No real issues. Oh, boat stuff on this side is completely backed up. That's fine. The biggest thing is the storage, like I said, and it's expandable, so the storage is fixable. I'm just being too lazy and don't want to fix it. So, yeah. I think other than that, what I want to do for fun is just get these all upgraded. These are the outbound paths. And maybe we'll run a whole rush day. Not sure. Honestly, I don't really have any other ideas. I think we've done just about everything there is to do. We even played basketball. So we found a banana. If you haven't found the banana yet, I encourage you to try. That was a fun one. So, if you don't know where it's at, you could rewind or find it yourself. Yeah, that was the last achievement we needed. I don't know how far away we are from our goal. I don't think... Good thing that one was blue, I would have wasted it. But yeah, we don't update that achievement in real time, so I don't know where we're at. But we'll see. I'm just gonna finish upgrading all this stuff. And honestly, I think we're in a pretty good spot. I mean, we are backed up there, but we're just gonna go move to the next day. Yep, next day is a boat day, so that'll get us out of that pinch. So let's go ahead and do that. We were at like 750k, and we're making a good chunk. I've spent a lot of money, so I think we're pretty close. I don't know. We're just gonna kick off our day. So today we're allowing those. Let's go ahead and start it. We've got space for plane stuff. We're allowing boat. The side the plane stuff is backed up, so we need to fix that. Or we need to at least give us some space. We'll send the boat stuff through. Okay, so that should give us a little bit of space to hopefully finish sorting. That was the main thing that had this one backed up, was the boat stuff. Pretty sure? Yep. So that'll be good. Cool. Let that just keep going for its time. That all upgraded. We're all upgraded there. I think we upgraded this whole side. We did. That's upgraded. Let's just go ahead and get it all. Nice thing about that is it should make stuff export a lot faster. Like, look how quickly that stuff is getting all the way down there now. That's so nice. The only thing you don't want to fully upgrade is the launchers, because the upgrade on the launchers is just height. So you want to measure it and make sure you use the launcher at the right setting, or you won't have a very fun time. So just heads up there. This one, we're almost through it. Wait for the launcher to go. I have knocked some of these boxes out of midair with my head and gotten a bad score for it, so I'm gonna be careful about that. Which, speaking of, yeah, see, we're only at 98%, so we have too many bad submissions just from... Honestly, the main reason is I forget to clear out some of the doors each day, so like, the combined doors, you want to be careful and clear those out at the end of each day that they're accepted. Because if you come into, like, the train one is the most common one, right? If I don't clear it out, then I might have, like, you know, 15 or something. Like, I can handle up to 16, so you could have, like, 15 parcels sitting in there that are all from, like, the train. And you skip your day, and you start your next day, and they're still sitting in there. So it just causes, issues. Basically, you just end up, submitting the wrong stuff on the wrong day. So you want to make sure you clear it out at the end of the day, so that the next day, those combined doors aren't getting, the wrong item in there. Or don't already have the wrong item in there, I should say. Yeah. The only thing is, I'm really not a fan of the backup, but like I said, I really want to fix it, but I'm trying not to let myself, because once I get in that rabbit hole, I'm not going to come back out. So I'm just going to kind of do this partially for now, just to get us through. But it won't be a big deal after tomorrow on the game, but yeah. Most of the here. I feel like it's moving pretty, like, at a good speed, though. Like, yeah, how empty that was by the time that new truck came in. So we're keeping up pretty close. Not as close as I would like, but, like I said, if you added a sixth and you did the same thing again for these other doors, I think you would end up, like, perfect. Like, if we were to move this down and create one more branch for this door, and that door to join in, like how this one is down there. Oh, sorry, this door already does. If we were to add that door, a bypass so that it didn't have to go down this loop, that would solve the problem, but yeah. The idea would have been that you have, like, your sixth one here, and this last door just ends here, like comes up this way probably, and loops onto a similar setup to this, and goes to that sixth one. So anything can push down to that sixth one, but this last door would be, like, set up only on that sixth one, and that should solve this bottlenecking issue we have between these two doors. There's a little bit of contention there, but not much. But you can see down there too just how much we're keeping up with that whole side of things, so I don't think this is definitely not the most efficient build. I would make some changes. I think I've covered what all those changes are, but Um, all in all, I think it's a pretty good build. I'm liking it. I hit that one with my head. So, yeah. I think we're just gonna let ourselves make a little bit more money, and hopefully we should be good. I don't see like a total money stat, so it would be cool if we had one. Yep, not seeing anything to validate if we've made the million yet to get that last achievement. But when I logged on today, I was at 750,000. So I'm pretty sure I've made a $250,000 today. We'll go through today, and then we'll flush out the error stuff, probably. And then we'll probably call it a day. But yeah. You can see here, too, this is a little bit of an issue, and I'm not sure why. I think it's just because there's too much volume coming from this one path for it. Honestly. But, like, this is all fully upgraded. So when it throws, it just gets backed up a little bit because it's throwing so much stuff that it starts landing on other boxes and creates issues like that. So, yeah. Again, that's another optimization you could make. Weird thing is it's not like really that backed up, it's just not moving the box out of the way fast enough for the throw. I moved some of it manually because I am faster than the machine is, so at loading that shelf, so maybe that'll help. I'm gonna take this box off too. We are at the end of our day though, just finishing the sorting, air stuff. Oh, that's full. Both sides. Wow. A lot of air stuff to be so full. Just gonna clean that up some. Again, if we load balanced the other way I was thinking, I think it would solve some of this issue as well, be more, like, accurate. Yeah, and then on this side, of course, the culprit on this side... Excuse me. Sorry, the culprit on this side is clearly just that we don't have more shelves to store it for our days off. That's the real challenge of this game, is the storing it all up so that you can get rid of it. But wow, we've done 500 parcels today, and this is on a rail and truck day only. That's really good. Over 500 once this side finishes. So, yeah. Just clearing up some space for that stuff. Just to get it all through. Yeah, we're still backed way up over there. So, yeah. Granted, we were backed up on the rail stuff. And then, oh yeah, we sent the boat submissions through today. My bad. Today's a boat day as well, so... 512 so far. That makes sense. Now that I think of it that way. So yeah, I think this will be our last day. We'll go into our next day just to flush out the system. Get rid of our plain stuff, but yeah. We're good enough. If there's ever an expansion or something that comes out, or like a good patch, I'll dive back in for sure and explore it. And then I'll fix some of these bottlenecking issues when we do that. So, it'll be good stuff. So I think I knocked something onto an approval. Yeah, I said stamp was incorrect. So I think I may have accidentally knocked a deny out. So I think that might be part of it. I don't know if it's a bug with the detection or if it's... I wonder if I have something... Because if you have something marked as approved and you drop it into deny, it gives you a penalty for that. But if you... not just because it was approved, it says that, like, it had the wrong sticker on it, I believe. So yeah, I'm not sure on that, but... Just about clear. Wow. You can see kind of how quick this stuff can go. Yeah. I love this build. I really like this setup. This game was a blast. For sure. Just move that over there because it's plain. Plain. It's all plain. Okay. Cool. I think we're through. Yeah, that's everything. We're gonna skip to our next day and submit our plain stuff. 575 total process though, or 576 if you count my fail. 335 approvals, 240 denials. Pretty good stuff. Crazy to think how much this grows. You go from being able to do like, you know, 10 boxes a day to where we're at now. I don't think I'm going to worry about starting the day. I'm just going to flush what we've got here. So plain stuff can go out. This day boat stuff shouldn't go. Just so we can finish the sorting. Oh, that's train. Forgot this is the one that goes. See, and I forgot to submit the boat stuff, so that's gonna create a problem for us. A couple boxes that are just sitting here. So we're gonna actually get one incorrect approval because of that, but it's fine. I'm gonna turn that on and upgrade that. Okay, it's all upgraded, right? Yep, okay. It's not... I think we're good. I cleaned up my mess. Right, this side should be draining out. This side is almost done, actually, so that's pretty cool. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, there you have it. That is my design for this game. Had a lot of fun with it. Definitely interested in playing again sometime. But yeah, thank you guys for joining if you watched this, and we'll catch you next time.